What's up guys, this is Void of Dust Gaming, your channel for fresh Arena Valor content. A new hero has been released, you can already see him here in the background. We are talking about Tachi and I want to show and share my first game with you. This is kind of like a hero spotlight here on this channel. And without going into too much detail what his skills do, I'm not going to tell you what they can actually do in detail because you can read it, and there is a hero spotlight on the official Arena of Valor YouTube server or channel, so you can check that out. But we're going to talk how to use them, how to kind of make them work, and I'm going to show you my build, which I'm going to do immediately right now. So as you can see, equipment wise, oh my goodness, yes, here it is. I saved it. So we are going in with Gilded Creeps. I think that is kind of like a standard item on most of the heroes because it reduces the crowd control effects, like the duration of those. Then we're going with this little nice item. I always forget the name. It's Curse of the Death. I wanted to say Tome of the Reaper, but they're basically the same. So this is going to reduce the target's HP regeneration, which is pretty common right now in the current meta because a lot of heroes got some really decent regeneration. We're taking on the arms because it's got the full package. It's got attack damage, it's got attack speed increase, every sort of stuff that you like. I went in with Medallion of Troy just to have this little tiny piece of magic death because we have an armor on Curse of Death. I'm going with magic resistance on the Medallion of Troy. Then I wanted to maximize my damage output, and therefore I have taken Fenris Tooth, and we're going to round it up with this nice little item called Blade of Eternity, which is going to revive us every single time we are killed, like the first time. Of course, not every single time because it's got on a cooldown and it works just twice. So because we are focusing mainly on really strong attacks and we do get an attack speed increase from our passive when we unbreak the seals, I decided to go with really hard attacks but not so many. Therefore I'm focusing on normal attack increase, armor pierce and movement speed. That comes from, you know the drill, Onslaught 10 times level 3, Assassinate 10 times level 3, and of course the best rune, Skewer 10 times. And as it is my first game, I decided to take more defensive-oriented enchantments. Therefore, I'm going with the Explosive Shields. We're going with some health regeneration, and we're going with the Tower's Blessing, as well as Enhanced Restore and Minion Kill here on him. I saw other people play him with red runes, going with Lockheim, and I think it is not the Desperate Duel one, but the Curse of the Death one could be also quite nice. I'm not too sure about this, but we're going to try it out. As I said, this is like the first glimpse, the first time I ever played him, so I decided to go a little bit more defensively. If you want to be updated on English as well as German videos featuring Arena of Valor content, please hit the subscription button and put on the notifications bell to never ever miss a video I put on YouTube, and likes and comments are highly appreciated, but just the nice ones. So let's get this started with. Alright, boys and girls, so I saw the loading screen and I saw what you're going to find out in about 30 seconds. I was paired against Allain on the solo lane. You can play Tachi in the jungle as well, but I think it's a good start to play him on the solo lane just to find out how he works, because then you can, if you understand how his mobility works, you can then put him into the jungle and make him work even better. And I saw really nice videos about Tachi in the jungle because of course I watched a little bit of footage before I started to play this champion. So what is Tachi all about? And there is already some kind of hint on that in the official Arena of Valor video, and you see how much damage I am getting from Allain here. It really took a beating, and now I took my second ability and the first blood. I was surprised, right? Thank you, Necroth, if you ever are going to see that. That was really well played, and we could make your combo work and mine, so we got the first blood here. So, as I wanted to say, what is Tachi all about? And the official Arena of Valor video already says it. Tachi is not your common assassin, and you will find it out when you are checking what his traits are. So he's not marked as some kind of assassin. He's more based as some kind of warrior, and I said it in my Toulon video, I said it in some other videos. and Tachi is no difference here. It's all about the passive. If you haven't got any clue what his passive does, which is still not a guarantee that you know how to work with it. In this case, I can't break the seal. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? He really wants me. If you don't know what his passive does and you can't really make use of it, I think this hero is not half as good as he could be. Maybe it's just a quarter or something, because the passive just does so much for him. Basically, the passive is... I think the theme is kind of cool, and I think this is a hero that I'm going to play more often. I don't really like Allain. I know many people like Allain, especially because of the Sword Art Online collaboration. I've never seen it. I put it on my binge watch list on Netflix, but in this case, I don't really know what this hype is all about, the Sword Art Online, so I'm not into it. So therefore, I'm not into the Corridor skin as much as some other people might be, and I don't really like the playstyle of Allain with this kind of sword thing where you need to count and different things, do different things. Just way too complicated for me if I just want to have a nice casual game. So not a hero for me, but I think Tachi can actually make it work. I just used my ultimate a little bit too early. I'm going to make that again, but he just hasn't got any chance against us, and that's how we dominated him. So let's talk about the passive, and I think the topic, as I said, is actually pretty cool. So I don't know anything about the lore, but the concept is pretty simple. You have this kind of seal thing going on, and I'm not talking about the navy person, I'm not talking about the animal, but you've got this kind of seal that is locking your spirit or some kind of thing, and you will see this kind of seal thing if you attack a hero or some of the epic monsters such as Abyssal Dragon or Darkslayer. And now you can see it. We've got this fear. Oh my goodness. Now I'm mixing German right into it. You've got those 4 little icons next to you. And as you can see, every single time you hit with something, you can actually... and I was too slow. My bad. That's so bad for the Necroth here. We could have dominated him again. But I was just not realizing that I was already in my seal state. So... you've got these 4 little icons here, and every single time you hit a hero or an enemy hero or an epic monster in that kind of direction, the seal will be broken. Only if all 4 seals are broken, you are going to kind of unleash your full potential. And that's where the things are going to be epic, because what's gonna happen? You are going to deal true damage with the next 3 order attacks. It's kind of this enhanced attack thing where things are actually becoming quite beautiful. And so this happens, you need to break the seal, and then everything is going to be a little bit better, a little bit nicer. And yeah, that's the main deal. You need to circle around the enemies. It's a good hero to learn how to kite and kind of dodge things. So you need to be constantly moving, and then you need to apply the damage from different directions. I mean, Fiora players will know what I'm talking about, because you got this kind of like a similar kind of mechanic on Fiora in League of Legends or Wild Rift. So this is kind of like the same thing but different. And an important thing to note is your other abilities are changing the time you are breaking the seals. So for example, you've seen it in the scene before where I tried to kill Allain. Now I'm going to have this kind of like forward slash with my S1. If you break the seal, it's going to become this kind of wave thing that is going to hover over the ground, dealing more damage, but it has this kind of loading animation. So you need to load it up, making things a little bit slower than before. Important thing to note, if you are in your unleash broke seal state, your S2 won't deal any damage if you are activating your S1. But what's gonna happen, you can reposition yourself with it. And again, my timing is just so bad on Allain. And we got him. I just desperately wanted to kill him here because I put all the effort in. I wonder how the red runes will actually work if we are going to use them, because I can feel that we are gaining more raw power over sustainability, and I don't know if this is going to be the concept that works best for me. We will see. We will see. I'm going to play him pretty soonish if I can make it work on the top lane with the other build layout, so that we are going to take red runes over the green ones as the main enchantments. So, important thing, yes, when we are talking about his abilities, if you're using your ultimate, as you can see, you've seen it before, you're going to slash 2 times into the ground, and then you're going to jump up. During that phase, you can't be targeted by anything. And that isn't any sort of thing where you are in your ultimate, but you can still be targeted by area of effect spells or something like that. This is actually, you're not there. You are flying above the ground or jumping above the ground in this little pause, and then you're coming back and you deal a massive amount of damage. If you want to know the exact number, just look it up in the details in the ability descriptions. But this is going to be a huge thing. And we're going to do it right now. Here we go. If I would have hit someone, that would have been actually quite nice. Well, this was completely overextending, I knew it, but I just wanted to make it work. I just wanted to make things good and have this little nice entrance, and I just used Flicker, and it was pretty bad, but I guessed if it would have succeeded, it would have looked cool for YouTube, and that's what all things are about. It needs to look cool for YouTube, for you guys to be entertained. So, well, didn't pull it off, which makes it even worse. But in this case, I don't mind, because I can still blame Tachi for it. Well, I don't know the champion. I don't know. I mean, it's true. It's my first game, so I don't really have a feeling for the power and how much damage I'm able to deal. But I think it's going to be better the more you play him, as it is with every single hero that needs a little practice with some strange mechanics or mechanics you're not used to. What I wanted to say before I went into another crazy monologue is the fact that the ultimate activation unbreaks the seal, which means that you will be in passive broken state afterwards, and that means that you need to be careful, because your S1 has changed and you are dealing true damage, which is super duper nice. So this is important for you guys to know. And another kill for me. I was really happy with that game. 5 kills in 10 minutes with a new champion I've never played before, except this one little trial. I've done 2 hero trials. I've done 1 trial before just to get a feeling for him, or just to play him once. And then I watched the Arena of Valor video from the official channel, and then I played him again to see if I can make the mechanic work, and this is now the final result after I played this kind of thing. So this is it. I mean, on the other hand, the Allain wasn't that good. I had great support from Necroth, but then he wasn't that good, and you're going to see that in the end result, because as you can see, the score is quite crucial. We've got 28 kills, the enemy team has got 8, so of course we had the upper hand, but as you guys know, it is the case that Arena of Valor can be ended in about a minute if one team is more dedicated to win than the other one, or one team is not as focused on stuff as the other team. So now we have this little nice Elsu thing going on. I decided to jump into his movement area, and I was lucky that I was just getting away with little health, and I really was pushing my luck to the very limit here. So here we go, 6 kills, 1 death. This is a Void of Dusk record, I'd say. Played a hero for the first time ever, and I didn't know what to do with him. So I don't know. This Allain he's just lost. He's just a little lost here. He just fought me. He wasn't paying attention to the minimap, and I was checking it. I was checking if someone would come to support me and give me a hand. And I saw that Crixie was about to join, and I was like, well, never mind. We can make it work. Just do it together. Let's do it. And it worked out fine. Going to just steal one little minion here, one little jungle camp. I hope that our Necroth won't mind. Oopsie. So here we go, third in gold. That's fine. That's totally fine. And I like this playstyle. But I said in the Discord channel, he feels a bit like Allain. So you've got this kind of ult where you are actually leaving the battlefield, same as Allain's. I mean, it works different, but the concept is kind of like, oh my god, I didn't see that they were fighting Abyssal Dragon. Now I saw it, but I didn't see it in the game. Talking about using the minimap and things like that. I don't even know what I'm doing here, and I don't even know why Kira is just going away and backing off. And she was like, well, goodbye. And yes, I couldn't make it work. Couldn't make it. Well, I was a little bit too confident here. So yeah, the same concept. Like, okay, you've got this kind of sword slash on Allain on the S1, but you got a dash on your S2, and you got this kind of ult where you leave the battlefield. So it kind of feels similar. So I guess if you guys know how to play with Allain and you mastered him, Tachi won't be difficult for you. I just think Tachi is cooler, in my opinion, from my perspective, in terms of the game, not the lore and the stuff. And in this case, Necroth just backdoor the whole thing, and I was like, well, this is going to be a video for YouTube, and here we are. Here we go, here we are again. Yes, so this is my first Tachi game. Don't be too mean with me and my plays here. 10.4, so it's the third best score. I'm fine with that. 7 kills, 2 deaths, and I got a new friend. The Necroth wanted to befriend me. Well, fight participation wasn't the greatest, but all in all, I'm satisfied. I tanked quite a lot. I didn't think that he was that tanky, but I think that comes from the green runes. So this was my Tachi game. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more content, I already said subscribe. See ya.